Hello students. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the insert and delete operations performed on a general tree and how to convert a general tree into a binary tree. As we had already seen, a general tree is a tree which has no restriction on the out degree. So it's any a node in a general tree can have any number of children. Now, when it comes to insertion into general tree, there are three basic ways by which we can perform the insertion. It could be FIFO based insertion, or it could be LIFO based insertion, or it could be key sequenced based insertion. First, we will take the FIFO insertion. So, in a FIFO insertion, what happens is that the node to be inserted is inserted at the end of the existing nodes, which means that along with the siblings the new node will be inserted as the last node, so that when the nodes are processed for any purpose, the processing happens from the first node. So the first node that was inserted would also be the first node to be processed, so that is why it's called as FIFO order. So it basically follows the principle of a queue where every insertion always happens at the rear. So in the same way, in the case of FIFO insertion in a general tree, the new node is inserted as the last node in the under the parent node. For example, the original tree is given here. Now we have to insert n. N has to be inserted at under A. So there is no logic for this selection. There is no logic that why n should be assigned or inserted under A, not under some other node. We just arbitrarily make that selection, or there is some application where this has been determined that the new node has to be inserted under the root. Our only FIFO insertion is only about once you have chosen the parent, the new node should be inserted at the end of the existing sibling. That is what the approach of FIFO insertion. So we have somehow chosen A as the parent for the new node n. Now FIFO tells that the new node has to be inserted at the end. That is what the meaning. Similarly, we have decided to insert m under B, and because we are following the FIFO insertion, m is inserted at the end of the list as the last node after C and D. This is the simple idea of FIFO insertion. Now the LIFO insertion is just going to be the opposite. So it is like a stack. So in a stack, the new elements are always added at the front or at the top. So the same way we will see here. For the same example, now when n is inserted, it is inserted as the first node in the under the root node. So n becomes the first child ahead of the existing children. Same way m is also inserted. So these are two possible insertions. We can either postpone the insertion at the as the last node, or we can advance and keep the new node as the first node. But what is the most common way of inserting values into a tree is the insertion based on the value. So we have some values already stored in the general tree. Now we would like to insert the new value perfectly at its correct logical position. So with respect to the existing values, the new node has to be properly inserted. That is the common approach for inserting values into a general tree. So here it is shown. We wanted to insert BA, and the logical correct position for BA is here. Only then it will be matching with the existing elements. Similarly, when we want to insert CA, the correct position for CA is in between C and D. So this is the third type of insertion, which is key sequenced insertion. So we have seen the three types of insertions. Now what about the deletion operation? General tree can delete nodes can also be deleted, but there is a restriction here. Unlike the insertion, here we have got a restriction that the deletion is only allowed at the leaf level. That is, you can only delete leaf nodes not nodes that have children. You can imagine the reason for this rule, that if you are allowed to delete any node, for example, if you delete a parent of a subtree, the deletion will result in disjoint node. That means that particular subtree will remain disconnected from the overall tree. So it is not accepted. So you can only delete a leaf node. But if you want to delete some other node, then you must first delete the children of that node and make it a leaf node. Then it can be deleted. Or you have to rearrange the tree such that the children of that particular node are transferred to some other node, and then this can be deleted. This is the restriction that has to be maintained while deleting from a general tree. So we can delete the children first and then delete the requested node. Now the last aspect topic is how to convert a general tree to a binary tree. So we have already learned binary tree, and you know very well that binary tree is very efficient. It's also, we have plenty of algorithms implemented for binary tree, because the advantage of binary tree is that you always know that any node will have only left and right child, or 0, 1 or 2, but it won't exceed that. So you can clearly write an algorithm based on this restriction. But with the general tree it's very difficult. One node may have 100 children, another node may have 10 children. So your algorithm will have to be will become very complex. So binary tree is widely preferred for a variety of applications. So in such case, if you have to transform a general tree into a binary tree, then this is how that transformation can be done. Let me directly show you the example. So this is the given general tree. It has got the nodes of A, B, E, F, C, D, G, H, I. Now we have to make it into, and first of all, how this is considered as a general tree is, A has got 3 children and F is also having 3 children, which means it cannot be a binary tree. So we have to make it into a binary tree. Step 1, identify the leftmost children of at every level. So here we have got B, and here we have F, G and C. Step 2, connect the siblings together. Okay, connect the siblings together like this. So B, E and F are siblings because they are all children of the same parent A. So they are connected like this. B is connected to E, E is connected to F. And under that C and D are also siblings, so they are also connected together. Remember, you should not connect D with G because they are not siblings, they are having different parent. So carefully we have to do. So, and finally GHI are also connected. Now what we do is that we remove this additional connection, that is from F to I and F to H. So this becomes like this. We just need one connection from B to C and D, similarly from F to GHI. So the tree has now become like this. Okay, understand it clearly that after you have interconnected the siblings, you can now remove the additional connections from the root. So making it like this. That's all. You just have to just read write correct properly, so that this tree becomes C and D are D is the right child of C. Okay, if you slightly bring it down, D will become the right child of D, and similarly E and F will become right child of B, and H and I will become right child of G. So it is now a binary tree. This is very simple, that you can convert any general tree into a binary tree. And once you have converted into binary tree, then you can do all type of operations which are all applicable on a binary tree. And these are the few topics that I just needed to cover in this particular video lecture. So we discussed about insert delete operations on general tree, and also how to convert a general tree into a binary tree. Thank you.